All right, now we'll be having our last panel session, and I would be calling upon the stage once again our amicable students of Bells University in the person of Samiat. Please, a round of applause for her as she comes to the stage and take over for the panel session. Thank you. Please keep on clapping. Cheer up. Come on, come on, come on.
Good afternoon, everyone, once again. So we're wrapping up with the event. I will be calling on Mr. Babatunde Adekombi, the first panelist. Babatunde Adekombi is a Nigerian media communicator, digital curator, and engineer with a strong footprint in civic engagement and social impact initiatives. He currently serves as a data and IT analyst at the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources in Oyo State, a role he had held since April 2024, where he contributes to data-driven environmental governance and digital system optimization. Adekombi holds a higher national diploma in electrical and electronics engineering and an ordinary national diploma in mechatronics engineering from Yaba College of Technology, Yaba Tech, Lagos. His early career includes technical experience as an engineering technician with Coca-Cola Hellenic Bottling Company and industrial training at Peugeot Automobile Nigeria Limited. A passionate volunteer, he has supported initiatives with organizations such as Lagos Water Corporation and 9 News Nigeria. As a panelist, Babatunde brings a unique perspective that bridges technology, media, and social innovation. Please, with a resounding round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Babatunde Adekombi. All right, I'll be moving on to the next panelist, which is architect Bode Oyedele. Bode Oyedele is a chartered architect, accomplished academic, and a driving force in shaping the next generation of built environment professionals. As the Principal and Program Director of Nivell Academy, he leads a forward-thinking initiative dedicated to bridging the gap between architectural education and real-world practice. Beyond practice, he's deeply invested in advancing architectural education through his doctoral research, which explores how teaching, learning environments influence the academic well-being of architecture students in Nigeria universities, an area critical to the future of the profession. Please, with a round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Bode Oyedele. And for our last panelist, Feishayo Elizabeth Olatunji. Feishayo Olatunji is a 300-level biochemistry student at Bells University of Technology, Ottawa, who combines academic excellence with leadership and creativity. She currently serves as the financial secretary for both BUSA and TEDx, demonstrating strong organizational skills and a commitment to impact-driven initiatives. Beyond her academic and leadership roles, Feishayo is the founder of Aki Konju, a fashion brand born out of fashion and dedication. Her journey in fashion began in 2023 when she first learned to sew women's wear under the guidance of her family's tailor. Feishayo embodies a blend of discipline, creativity, and ambition, continually striving to grow both intellectually and artistically while making meaningful contributions to our community. Please welcome Feishayo Olatunji. All right, while we are with Feishayo, thank you all so much for joining us. We'll try to wrap this up as soon as possible so we can all leave. I know it's been a long day, but I hope we've been enjoying the event so far. So I'll be starting with Mr. Babatunde. My first question is, everyone talks about personal branding, but what do you actually think personal branding means beyond, pictures, logos, or positioning yourself out there? What do you think personal branding is personally?
Thank you very much. When we talk about branding, branding is a broad concept that projects extensively your identity, the qualities you possess as an individual. Personal branding, these are the qualities you as a person develop over time, and which is very significant. I mean, it's not something you can compare to other people. I mean, people know you for this. I mean, when your name pops up, there's something that resonates in the minds of many people, which distinguish you out of. And that is why it boils down to probably for someone who is starting up a business, there's a brand. Take for instance, I mean, we have multinational, like brands like Coca-Cola and the likes, people in the FMCG sector. This identity of theirs have stand test of time. We're talking about decades, possibly century. And I feel, in a nutshell, it's something that stands you out of so many people.
All right. My next question is to Architect Body. So, as someone that deals with students a lot, you interact with them, and you also have a brand that you run. What do you think every student should do to turn attention into internships, jobs, just to position themselves out there for better opportunities?
All right, thank you very much for that question. When it comes to personal branding, it's about perception, people's perception of you. So as a student or as a creative, you want to put things out there that would communicate value, that would communicate competence. So for personal branding, we want to make sure that the image of you that we can see are things that can generate value for you. So you have to take maybe your personal pages, your social media pages, you have to treat them like a portfolio and not just a diary to just be dumping things. Because when people want to make inquiry deep down about you, they will definitely go to your social media pages. So you cannot say that what you see on Instagram is different from who I am physically. It is a reflection of who you are. So one of the advice is that please start taking your branding very seriously. Every content you put out there should speak value, should speak competence, and should speak creativity.
All right, thank you so much. That's very profound. My next question is to Faye. So as someone that is a student and you also balance owning a brand, with your academics, how do you think students that are building a brand, will balance the academics to ensure sustainability in the brand so the brand doesn't fall off?
Okay. I'd say two things. Learn to work with people. Like, it's very important. Like, you need a team regarding whatever it is you want to do. You can't be everywhere. You can't do everything at a time. And I think the second thing you should also do is have time blocks. Like, for instance, now this week, what are you focusing on? You can't be balanced. I feel like what people mistake is that for balance, you have to be doing everything at the same time. No, maybe this week you're going to be focusing on your brand and school, and then you can like plan things ahead. Maybe for your page, you're supposed to have 10 content for the month. So if this week is free, you can shoot all your content. So you have like enough time for other things. You get what I'm saying?
All right, thank you so much. So let's ensure that we balance our priorities well. My next question is to Mr. Babatunde. So as someone that has, quite a lot of years in the media space, why do you think people are visible but not paid? Why does visibility fail to convert, into opportunities for those people? Is it something they are doing, or is it just the way the industry is?
Well, yeah, visibility, as I've said earlier, I think visibility has to do with what you are bringing different on the table. I want to conclude that, I mean, having your personal branding platforms is not only about the likes and the followership. People are looking at what are you bringing different? What are you doing differently? I mean, if somebody is, everybody is going through a route, you necessarily don't have to go through that route. You are bringing something so creative. And that's what people are looking out for. As I've said, I cited some multinational brands like the likes of Coca-Cola. I want to talk about their formulations. I'm just trying to use an instance. Coca-Cola still stands, and other like Pepsi also, still stands as the test of time because there's this unique taste that comes out of them compared to the one we have recently, like American Cola, and the taste is different. And I'm trying to compare it to visibility now. So that's continually bringing traction for that brand. I'm just trying to cite an instance. Yeah, and you need to understand that most times the algorithm we see on the page, I mean, some people, you see them having bulky followership and all of that. You can understand that there are some metrics that people still use to get to that end, and the engagement is so low. Because the way social media works, it's also try to work around the demographic you are addressing in terms of the content you are putting out. It's very important as a creative, you need to find your niche and stick to it. And also, as our HR person have cited that, you also need to evolve around what the AI is bringing up to the table. The AI is not yet to displace humanity, actually. It's also to enhance the procedure. And I would say that as an individual, AI can only displace you when you are not keeping up with the privileges AI is bringing up for. And it's very important we understand individually that the concept of visibility is broad, and it has to do on how we constantly improve ourselves. Continuous learning cannot be reversized. People still keep doing that one thing, but they need to understand that there are some creative measures you need to put in place. And continuous learning cannot be reversized. Using some AI tools to develop your writing output, which is very key. I mean, it's also solve time. I mean, the time you will use in writing up a piece, somebody else has, conclude in some minutes. And while someone is still trying to work on that same piece for hours. And this is the place of artificial intelligence and other relatable digital tools. So it's very important as creative, we need to constantly sit ourselves down and do more research work. Look at tools that can enhance our output so that we'll have a better visibility as an individual. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, sir. So to Mr. Body, again, as someone that interacts with students, right, do you think they should experiment, before finding their niche, or just stick to one thing as soon as they can, in the course of their journey in life?
Okay, I think it's good to be multi-skilled, right? It's good to lay your hands on as many things as you can, but along the line while you are doing that, you are going to find out that you are drawn towards a particular thing, right? So that particular thing that you are drawn to is what you can now focus on, because people don't refer people that does a bit of everything. They want to pay for specialty. So right here, you can start by laying your hands on so many things as possible, but gradually you need to now narrow down to the specific. So by the time you know that, okay, this is my niche, this is what I do, and this is what I excel at. So you capitalize on that, build your value system around that, build your trust architecture around that, let people be able to say that, oh, when it comes to this person, this is what it stands for, this is what his brand portrays. Even if you are not in the room, when they mention your name or they mention your brand, they know that, okay, this is what this person always have to offer. So I also have here in my jottings that generalists, they get seen, but specialists get paid. So you can't be a generalist and you want to convert it to monetary terms. You have to be specific in whatever you're doing, and that is what helps to monetize your brand.
All right, thank you so much, sir. So I hope we heard that. Be credible enough. So to Faye, what do you think students can do to stand out? You know, in the world we are today, there are so many trends, and it's a common thing among students where they want to fit in and just do what people are doing online. So what do you think students should ensure that they do to stand out? So when they see this person, they will know that, oh, this is Faye Shayo, like anywhere she goes or steps into.
Okay, so I'm going to use you as an example. So in my level, everybody knows Samiat. Calm down. When it comes to public speaking and organization, the first set of people, like when you're thinking about people, you think about Samiat. So I think that boils down to the fact that everybody should do what suits them. Like whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that you're doing, do it and do it well, and like build like a portfolio or a platform for yourself for people to see. It's that simple.
All right, thank you. So do what suits you. Mr. Babatunde, how do you think students can build brands that are sustainable? I think I've noticed something that a lot of people, they start businesses when they are in school, right? You know, maybe on the spot just to make money, have something on the side that they are doing. But I feel like a lot of people do not think about the long term, the sustainability of the business. So how do you think they can build brands that will be global in the future and not just end when they graduate from university?
Well, there's a quote that says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. When we're talking about that, I mean, the caring part of it is the character aspect of you. As much as you are very dynamic in what you are doing and all of that, there's this character, because there's something that says visibility plus credibility equals opportunity. When you because credibility in a sense, it shows that people trust your brand. A lot of people are so exceptional in what they do, but when it comes to customer relationship, it's very poor. I mean, they care less in terms of time delivery, in terms of attention to details. It's not only about knowing what your brand talks about. There are some qualities that relate to emotional intelligence, which you need to understand as a person, because this is what that keeps people who are exceptional in what they do, giving them more visibility. So when you develop that aspect of emotional intelligence and you complement it with what you do as an individual in your business or in your small scale, you'll find out that yes, people will keep on recommending you, because what actually keeps some business going is referrals and recommendation, which is very key. Is a key element in building your business. So it's not only about what you know, it's how you care about the perception people have towards your business, towards your brand. So as students, it's just to encourage us that as much you are putting so much effort in the knowledge, you also need to consider the emotional intelligence that relates to what you are doing, which is very key. And that's the aspect of soft skill, which our librarian has also emphasized on. Even our HR also touched line on that. So we need to understand that there are some aspect of emotional intelligence you need to also adopt while you are learning, or while you are trying to build up, while you are trying to accumulate knowledge for your brand. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, sir. So, Mr. Bode, if this was a hall filled with your students, can you just give us like a word or a sentence of advice for them in building personal brands and just positioning themselves for opportunities?
Okay, as students, whatever level you are, I think the time to start is now. You need to start putting your work out there, putting yourself out there, post something. Don't wait till, it's not about when I arrive, when I finish set up that fashion brand that I want to. No, people celebrate, people want to see the process. They want to see the thoughts behind whatever you're doing. Have you experienced something that especially if we are in the field of architecture or construction. If you put a finished product online, you are not going to get as many engagements as when you put the construction process online. So that's part of the things that builds credibility. So right, so as you heard now, if it's a write-up, if it's a lesson, something you learned in a week, in a day or something, just put something out there, then make sure that you are consistent with it. Because if you start today and you don't continue, it's whatever thing that you have built will just fade off and you have to start again. So make sure that there are 3 C's that I'm going to leave you with, which would help you building your personal brand. Competence is very key. Competence is very key. The personal brand is not just about visibility. It's not about, yeah, let people see me, let people like the number of likes, number of followers. You have to be competent in what you're doing. Whatever it is that you find yourself doing, be competent. Number 2, credibility. You have to be credible. And number 3 is consistency. Don't forget that perception is your real CV. Thank you.
All right, I hope we had that. Be competent, be consistent, and have credibility. So, Faye, as someone that, you are a business owner, right? And with your experience, can you just give a word of advice to the students, people that are, starting up with their brands, and what you've learned so far in your journey?
Okay. I'd say, in addition to what Tia said, just start where you are at, regardless of what you have. If it's that Infinix phone you have to use to shoot whatever it is you're doing, start there. And I think another thing is also pitch yourself to people selflessly. This is what I mean. So let's assume that, oh, this is Vicky James beside me now. I'm not going to pitch myself as per, you're my destiny helper, or you must help me. No, pitch yourself as per, I can do this. How can I help you? Can I, be willing to serve people for free? These are things that would motivate people to want to know what you're about and, want to support you. And, that's basically it for me.
Okay. I think one thing I got from that is be willing to serve people so you get opportunities. So for Mr. Baba today, as someone that has a lot of experience, what do you think students should start doing differently from now so that it helps them, even before they leave university and as soon as they graduate also, that would attract people to them for opportunities and, something like that?
Okay, so as I've said earlier, find your niche and stick to it. Then be open to learning. There are various opportunities that is out there that we need to take calculated risks for. So I think most times students, we try to not venture into taking risks, looking at what we are going to lose. No. And we shouldn't limit ourselves that, oh, I can't do this. There's this aspect of self-awareness and then self-confidence. Because the society has structured a lot of things that there's some certain time in our lives that we can approach some tasks. No, interestingly, if we have that confidence in us, we can start from where we are now, and we should understand that there's nothing bad in failing. Failure is also part of the process, and that's where most people shy away from. You feel, oh, what if I fail at this thing and the people criticize me? No. Failure, you should understand that it's part of the process to getting to where we are. We have instances of Thomas Edison that approach trying to set up a bulb, and the 1,000th time, he got a result. And that's why it's in the history now, as someone would brought the bulb to life. So we should understand as students, number 1, let's find a niche and stick to that. 2, we should be open to learning and learning new things. There's a lot of platforms out there. Even as architectural students, we shouldn't stick to what we already know. We should look out more for digital platforms, digital tools that can enhance our creativity and enhance our output. So as I've said, let me recap again. So finding a niche and sticking to it, and we should also be ready to open, to learn and extensively using digital tools that are coming around now.
All right, thank you so much, Sha. So he said, find a niche, stick to it, and be open to learning. This will be the end of this panel session. I hope you guys have learned one or two things from this session, and I hope you've learned a lot from the whole event as well. Thank you so much to Mr. Bode, Mr. Babasinde, and Faye for being on the panel. Thank you to the audience for sticking around, and yes, have a great day ahead. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right, thank you so much, the panelists and the moderator. Please wait behind as we take a photograph.